Rangers look set to enter a potentially transformative phase as fresh financial developments emerge. That could redefine the club's long-term strategy both on and off the pitch. Over the past few years, the Ibrox side has been making deliberate moves to modernize key elements of their football operation with a particular focus on recruitment and player development. This latest wave of information has sparked renewed interest and debate among supporters and analysts alike, raising important questions about how the club can better capitalize on these improvements to boost revenue streams and enhance their competitive edge in Scottish and European football. The figures and underlying trends that are now coming into sharper focus paint a clearer picture of where Rangers have made genuine progress, and crucially where opportunities for growth still remain, as the club continues to navigate what many describe as a critical transitional period. These financial revelations could play a defining role in shaping Rangers' immediate and long-term future. Fans are understandably eager to know exactly what's happening behind the scenes, who's involved, and how this could affect the club's business in the coming transfer windows. So let's break down everything that's been unfolding around Rangers in the past 24 hours. One of the headline stories making waves involves Croatian striker Matija Frigan. The 22-year-old has caught the eye with his performances in the Belgian top flight for Westerlo, and now finds himself linked with a move to Ibrox. Valued at around £6.5 million by his current club, Frigan has become a key target for Rangers as they look to strengthen their attacking options ahead of the new season. However, securing his signature won't be straightforward. Hamburg, a historic German side eager to climb back to the Bundesliga elite, are also in the race, making this a potential transfer tug-of-war. Frigan, who is back in his hometown of Rijeka for the off-season, has finally broken his silence regarding the speculation surrounding his future. Speaking candidly about the links to Rangers, he admitted that the style of football in Scotland is something that appeals to him. In his own words, the Scottish League suits the type of player he is. Frigan revealed that he's well aware of the interest coming from various clubs including Rangers, and that hearing such things is flattering. But as he emphasized, nothing has been decided yet. Discussions are ongoing and his agent is handling negotiations behind the scenes. Frigan made it clear that when there's something concrete on the table, that's when he'll sit down with his team to weigh all the options and make a decision that's best for his career. Reflecting on the season he's just had, Frigan pointed out that he feels positive about his development in Belgium. While he hasn't ruled out the possibility of staying where he is, he's also open to the idea of a change in environment, recognizing that new challenges can often bring out the best in a player. The Croatian forward spoke about the physical demands of Belgian football, noting that training there is heavily focused on building physical strength and endurance. According to him, 90% of the sessions are about physical preparation, and as a result, he now feels significantly stronger, both mentally and physically. Meanwhile, Rangers are facing broader questions about their transfer strategy, following a revealing analysis of their historical struggles to generate substantial profits from player sales. Despite being one of Scotland's biggest and most successful clubs, Rangers have often fallen short in this crucial area of the football business. Between 2015 and 2021, the club managed to record a meager £8 million in profit from outgoing transfers. For a club of Rangers' size and stature, that figure has been described by financial observers as extraordinary in the wrong sense of the word. However, there are encouraging signs that things are beginning to change. Over the last 3 accounting years, Rangers have made significant strides, with that £8 million total jumping dramatically to around £14 million. This shift reflects a more proactive and commercially savvy approach to selling players at the right time, maximizing value before contracts wind down or performances dip. The internal conversation within Ibrox now centers on how the club can take the next big step. Financial insiders and football analysts are in agreement Rangers need to evolve into a club that not only competes for trophies, but also becomes known as a breeding ground for talent capable of commanding transfer fees in the £25 to £35 million range. This is the model that has transformed the fortunes of clubs across Europe, and now Rangers are being urged to follow suit. That ambition is starting to take shape, with Belgian international Nicolas Raskin emerging as the prime example of what the future could hold for Rangers in the transfer market. Having joined the club from Standard Liège for just £1.7 million back in January of 2023, Raskin has grown into a vital player for Rangers. Over the past season, his tally of 5 goals and 11 assists across 48 appearances has not gone unnoticed, nor has the fact that He wore the captain's armband on several occasions. These performances have drawn serious interest from clubs across Europe. Sources close to the situation have revealed that Rangers have placed a £25 million price tag on Raskin, signaling their intent to set new standards in terms of outgoing transfer fees. Premier League sides like Aston Villa and Leeds United are reportedly monitoring the midfielder's situation closely, while heavyweights from the continent including Porto Marseille and Fiorentina are also believed to be interested. Should Raskin secure a big money move this summer, it would represent a landmark moment for Rangers, a clear, tangible example of how a relatively low-cost signing can be developed into a high-value asset. Financial experts are already pointing to the potential long-term impact of this shift. One specialist observed that if Rangers can turn this kind of transaction into a regular occurrence, the club's entire financial outlook could be transformed. The key lies in creating a sustainable pipeline of talent-spotting players with potential, nurturing them and then selling them on for significant profits before reinvesting smartly in the next wave of talent. The past decade has been tough in this regard. The figures were bleak, with years of virtually zero return from the transfer market. But in the most recent seasons, Rangers have started to reverse that trend. The club brought in £11 million, £24 million, and £6 million in consecutive years, reflecting a much-needed change in approach. If Rangers can cement their reputation as a club where young players come to develop and then take the next step to the Premier League or other top European leagues, the financial upside is enormous. This model doesn't just promise more revenue, it creates a footballing ecosystem that feeds itself. Sell one top player, reinvest in two with potential, develop them, and repeat the cycle. Of course, executing this strategy consistently is easier said than done. The challenge now is for Rangers to refine their scouting and development processes, even further ensuring that both academy graduates and external signings are given the right environment to flourish and reach their full market potential. With players like Raskin now emerging as valuable assets, there's cautious optimism that Rangers may finally be entering a new era, one where intelligent recruitment, player development, and timely sales become central pillars of the club's overall success, not just in terms of silverware, but in building a sustainable financial future capable of competing at the highest levels of the game. In other news surrounding Rangers, there's been an update on Lyle Cameron, the club's only signing of the summer so far. The 22-year-old midfielder, who joined from Dundee on a free transfer, has been making headlines after sustaining a minor injury during personal training ahead of preseason. Understandably, there were some concerns among fans, especially given the anticipation around seeing him in action in a Rangers shirt for the first time. However, reports from inside the club have confirmed that the injury is nothing serious, and Cameron is expected to rejoin his new teammates very soon as preparations for the new campaign continue. Cameron arrives at Ibrox off the back of an impressive season at Dens Park, where he scored 14 goals and registered 11 assists across 14 appearances in all competitions. His energy, creativity, and ability to make late runs into the box caught the attention of Rangers' recruitment team, and many supporters are eager to see how he adapts to the demands of playing for one of Scotland's biggest clubs. Reflecting on his move, Cameron gave an honest and heartfelt interview with Rangers TV, where he talked about his excitement and the scale of the challenge that lies ahead. Earlier in the season, he was asked whether he'd like to play for a club like Rangers, and he didn't hesitate to say yes, even if that answer drew a bit of banter from rival fans at the time. Now that the move has become a reality, Cameron described joining Rangers as a dream come true. He acknowledged that the step up will bring new pressures and expectations, but he's ready to embrace it all, moving away from home for the first time, dealing with the intensity of the fixture schedule and meeting the demands of a fan base that expects nothing less than full commitment and quality performances every week. Cameron knows the challenge ahead and seems determined to rise to it. He also mentioned that playing for Rangers represents a huge opportunity to push himself to the next level in his career. Switching focus, there's also been fresh talk around the future of Yanis Hagi. The Romanian midfielder has opened up about his situation, confirming ongoing discussions with Legia Warsaw as well as with other clubs interested in securing his signature. Hagi, who has faced a tough spell with injuries over the past couple of years, is carefully considering his next move. Speaking openly about the situation, he explained that no final decision has been made yet and that he's taking his time to choose a destination where he can regain his best form and continue developing as a player. Interestingly, Cyprian Marica, a fellow Romanian and former player for clubs like Stuttgart and Shakhtar Donetsk, weighed in on the matter, offering his personal view on the potential transfer. According to Marica, moving to Legia Warsaw would represent a step backward for Hagi, especially when considering the level of competition and exposure Rangers can offer compared to the Polish league. However, Marica also noted that sometimes in football, taking a step back is necessary to gain momentum and relaunch a career, particularly for players coming off difficult injury periods. Hagi himself acknowledged that playing time is his top priority right now. After spending too much time on the sidelines, he needs a club where the manager truly believes in him and where he can play regularly. He stressed that he wants to make the right decision, one that allows him to showcase his qualities and grow further as a player. Fully aware of his own potential, Hagi admitted that he still has much more to give and has yet to reach his maximum level on the pitch. With the transfer window heating up and several storylines developing around Ibrox, it's clear that the coming weeks will be crucial for Rangers, both in terms of squad building and financial planning. Supporters will be watching closely to see how the club navigates these important decisions, knowing that every signing, sale, and strategic move could have long-term implications for Rangers' future success both domestically and in Europe. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. There's a buzz around Ibrox that's hard to ignore, the sort that gets passed in hushed tones across pubs and social clubs from Govan to Glasgow Green. Rumor has it that a crack may have formed in the foundations of the Rangers dressing room, and at the heart of it is none other than Captain James Tavernier. Word on the street suggests that a current Rangers player has privately confided he no longer wishes to share the pitch with Tavernier. A bold claim, to be sure, and one that, if true, could spell serious unrest inside Felipe Clement's squad. No names have been confirmed, and perhaps they never will be, but when such a statement emerges from inside the club's four walls, even as a whisper, it rarely comes from nowhere. Tavernier, the long-serving right back and skipper, has divided opinion among supporters over the years. For all his attacking flair and dead ball precision, questions have lingered about his leadership and defensive reliability, particularly in high-stakes clashes. Could this latest murmur be a sign that criticism is starting to seep in from within the ranks? Of course, dressing room disputes aren't uncommon in football. Passions run high, egos clash, and not every boot fits every foot. But the idea that a teammate might be unwilling to continue under Tavernier's armband raises eyebrows. Is it a tactical disagreement, a personality clash, or a broader frustration with how the club has fared under his leadership? Felipe Clement now faces the unenviable task of steadying the ship while keeping a lid on potential unrest. If there's any truth to the talk, it could present a dilemma for the Belgian manager: back his captain or listen to voices stirring from below. For now, the rumor mill continues to turn, and Rangers fans will be watching closely for signs of fracture or unity in the preseason build-up. In the meantime, Ibrox holds its breath. Is this just smoke, or is there fire smoldering behind the scenes? Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.